So shout out to the biblical conservative because he's covering this. It says Jamal Bryant defending his wife's dress proves he's a Black culture pastor. That's what Sean is saying. Sean Crenshaw from the biblical conservative.
You uncomfortable reading it out loud? Come on. With all of the enthusiasm, all of the vim.
Look, filled to the rim.
I want to preach tonight using as a subject, and y'all are mad about a dress.
Don't you love when they're like, y'all are mad about a dress? I promise you, sir, no one is mad at all. I don't think that the word is mad. People like to use that word a lot. I just think that it's inappropriate for a first lady. I think it's inappropriate for someone who's not advertising, but maybe she's advertising. But anyway, come on, Cha.
Now, y'all know I've made plenty of videos about Jamal Bryant, and this one about his wife's dress that she wore to that event, I wasn't going to cover it because Jamal Bryant doesn't do anything that is surprising to me. A man that talks about how for a certain percentage of his life that Jesus was a failure.
That 85% of Jesus's life, he was out of order.
Oh, he ain't getting no claps on that one?
85% of his life, he was doing what he was not called to do.
And we need Jamal Bryant to talk about what the Lord should be. I cannot. Ms. AB says the highest donation gets to go on a date with her. Nothing surprises me at this point, child. Nothing surprises me. Thank you, Kofa. He said tonight's topic is my wife ain't no 304, Jamal Bryant. I'm not going to talk about that lady, like her personally, because I don't know her from a can of paint. But this nigga, I'll definitely talk about. And this is crazy. But he'll justify anything. And you see that the church is filled to capacity. This is all right here. But the church, because he just spoke about this past Sunday, filled to capacity. They don't give a damn. They don't give one damn. They're going to just continuously follow people. And somebody is supposed to be able to help the community? How? How? When they allow something like this and be like, oh, it's okay. Fine. Let it be okay.
Oh, y'all done got quiet. For 85% of his life, he was not flowing in his God-given function.
Yo, is that the man that died?
85.
Yo, is that the man that died with Eddie Long? Is that who that is? He look familiar. Who's this dude right here? He looking familiar. He like, child,
85% of his life, he is doing what his natural father wanted. But it did not line up with his divine DNA.
This is amazing.
85% of his life,
he's anointed. Okay, yeah, that is that.
He's called, he's chosen, and he's wrong.
A man that has all kinds of things in his personal life that disqualify him from being a pastor. A man that...
Things that they completely can absolve and not look at and don't care about, right? Like I said, y'all already know, allegedly an illegitimate child, allegedly cheating on the wife, but people want to go ahead and listen to him and follow him for stock advice. Cool. Shout out to y'all, as long as it all works out for you. So it did look like Marvin Sapp. Thank y'all. I appreciate you.
Jamal Bryant. There's nothing that Jamal Bryant does that is surprising to me. So I'm not surprised that Jamal Bryant doubled down on the dress that his wife wore, and he encouraged it and supported it. But I'm gonna speak.
I think me personally, and I'm not just whatever Sean says, I'm sure, it's fine. But he wants people to have more of a reason to look at him. If he's trying to get weed into the church in order to raise money, well, then why not show off his beautiful wife? What happened to modesty? I guess that's not a thing anymore. So you gonna do anything that you can in order to get congregants in, I guess more money, produces more money. This is all allegedly. But I really can't see any reason for a man, just any man, not even a preacher pastor, just as a man. Now, all of y'all, if it's not like Halloween and you're not going to a sex party, Okay. Would you allow your wife, not your girl, not you talking to her, sometimes your wife, to go out, especially when you are a prominent member of the community, in an outfit like that? Even though he's going to justify it, because I have heard him, what he had to say on this, but I'm going to let this play. Even though he's trying to justify it, right? It is the look, what it looks like. You couldn't find anything with all the money that they have. They couldn't find anything else. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I know ain't nobody gonna allow me to come out the house like that. You can be cute without looking hoish, because that is the equivalent to what is her name? Dr. Bryant. Child, I forget her first name. Dr. Bryant did, but she looked bad. She didn't look bad. Body is banging and the dress was nice looking, and that's fine. But she is a first lady of a church. She is the first lady of a church. Prewood said no also. I'm just saying. Mark Cooper said, you ain't gonna tell me what to wear? Yes. He's supporting it. He's supporting it. We don't even know how she feels about it, which obviously she wore it, so she must be all good in the hood. Whatever we can do to get them donations, allegedly, we'll get them men to be looking at you twice, child.
That his wife was wearing.
Because there's a double standard in church when it relates to women, and it's abysmal hypocrisy. You got
a double standard in church when it comes to women,
out of shape preachers.
Oh, so she's in shape. So he was, am I kind of right? Was I kind of right? Did you hear what he said? Because y'all out of shape. We see she in shape, child. But do we have to know and see it all? You know what I mean? Am I right? I'm gonna let y'all decide if I was right again. But let me dial it back so you can hear him again, child.
When it relates to women, and it's abysmal hypocrisy. You got out of shape preachers who rail on modesty, but have never preached a sermon on obesity and gluttony.
I'm just hearing my wife look good and y'all just jealous, and I want y'all to see what she look like because you know you jealous and this is what I got when I go home. That's me. That's me. Allegedly.
Our misogyny has become institutionalized.
Oh, MSG, K. Y'all gotta take this. It's MSG, child. This is MSG. How dare y'all talk about my wife when she look good and you out of shape, you obese, you fat biatch? My wife look good. I want everybody to know what I go home to at night. I don't care. Anybody that says anything that's MSG. Child, she wasn't dressing like that for me. Who was she dressed like that for? I'm right yet again. Who was she dressed like that for? For you sassy straights to look at her. So you want people to be looking at your wife like that, Pastor? Pastor, you want people to be eyeing and ogling your wife like that? Child, he will make an excuse for any damn thing. And the amounts of people that will listen to this ninja is ridiculous. But child, it's the same people that listen to Rolly, child. But go ahead, Jamal.
And cloaked under spirituality. Today, if a man falls out at the altar, you will let him lay there. But if a woman lays out at the altar, you'll pull out more sheets than Bed Bath and Beyond. In the black church tradition, in case you did not know, in the church that you were raised in the black church that you were raised in, ushers coming down the aisle had to put their hand behind their back. That was, in fact, instituted for female ushers so that men who were sitting on the aisle would not be attracted to look at their derriere.
I don't know that that's true because in the church that I grew up in, where my grandmother took me every Sunday, everybody who bopped down that aisle, shout out to y'all that know, had to have one hand behind their back and the men did it too. Now, I don't know, maybe my church was different, my hometown church that still stands today, but they all had to do it if they was bouncing down the daggone aisle, all of them. Now, I don't know the reason, but this ain't the reason, because if that's the reason, then why did the men do it too? He's full of shit. He's full of shit. And people sitting up there, Negroes, y'all, listen, and her too. Justify any of this foolishness. Can't imagine why the community has all the problems that the community has when you have people like him saying that this is okay and trying to justify this shit. This is your wife, sir. We would expect you to set a better example. Aren't you supposed to set the example? But then again, you out here allegedly having affairs previously, getting that fame. You know he had fame before. I don't know what the hell he doing in Atlanta, right? But he had fame before because he was on the Housewives of Potomac, I think y'all said. And then that's when they started going through their problems because he allegedly was messing around. This is a pastor. And then I think there was maybe a kid, allegedly. But that was a big deal on that show because of and I remember hearing it, but I didn't watch that show because they was talking about a pastor that was fill in the blank, all that was going on. So he had notoriety then. So he's like, well, I'm going to have to do what I got to do to keep that notoriety because that lady divorced him. So now let's come on down here, take over this big church that already had controversy from Eddie Long, I think y'all said his name is, who allegedly was a lowmaster, allegedly, he gonna take it over and then start telling y'all that you need to sell your Target stock. You got to do something to get big up because y'all probably knew him in Atlanta, but nobody was thinking about no damn Jamal Bryant on a national level. Now he's got the national spotlight. He on the news, he on shows, talking about DEI. He done found his niche. He might, if he opened up a YouTube channel besides the church, it would not surprise me.
Man falls out at the altar, you will let him lay there. But if a woman lays out at the altar, you'll pull out more sheets than Bed Bath and Beyond.
When was a man ever laying out at the altar, Bueller? What is he talking about? When do men go to church with weenie benders on, we shall call it? When do men go to church with those mesh outfits like Turbo used to wear in what is it, Breaking, where you could see his chest? Is that what we're talking about? What are we talking about? When did men go to church dressed inappropriately? I'm confused because I ain't never seen one. Jeans, once they started allowing people to wear jeans in the church, come as you are, that was that justification. Fine. But they wasn't coming no kind of way that I have ever seen, even outside of that particular church, any church I've ever been to, have never been,
this is amazing.
Have never looked inappropriate with their dress. So I don't know what he's talking about. He's full of it.
In the black church tradition, in case you did not know, in the church that you were raised in the black church that you were raised in, ushers coming down the aisle had to put their hand behind their back. That was, in fact, instituted for female ushers so that men who were sitting on the aisle would not be attracted to look at their derriere. So
I call bullshit on that. I call complete and utter bullshit on that. Because what is putting your hand behind your back because you're going to put it in the small of your back is what they did. That ain't going to stop nobody from looking at nothing. And no tea, no shade against the elders in the church. But wasn't many people looking at them. I'm not trying to be rude, y'all, but tell the truth, shame the devil. Not many people was looking at them. First of all, most of them were married. Not that stops you from looking at anyone, okay? Most of them were married. There wasn't no young people up in church, so most of them were elderly. So who the hell was looking at him? Who, Jamal? You're full of it. You're lying. I don't believe that for 1 second. Never, ever, no way. And not to mention, like I said, men had to do the same damn thing.
they had to put their hand behind their back to block the eyes of nasty deacons who couldn't keep focus on the cross. We have placed the full responsibility of warding off temptation on women.
So he's blaming you sassy straights, basically, at the end of the day, because y'all can't control yourselves. You can't control your eyes. And because you some nasty MFers always looking, always being, lascivious. Is that the word? Lascivious?
This is amazing.
It's y'all's fault because you shouldn't be looking at her at all. Well, I'm looking at her. I'm saying it's inappropriate. So what you gonna call me? Because it's inappropriate. I don't need to see her skin or her body. I don't need to see almost to her crotch. Even if it's an illusion, it's inappropriate. I don't care what this nigga say. This nigga will justify a roach, and all these amounts of people that will listen to this man is the crazy part. How come black people can find it so easy to listen to people who don't want to do anything for you, but when somebody who actually does, they can't hear it for shit. They can't hear it for shit. Thank you so much, Kofa. He said, again, let the wrong man have tried to holler at his wife or any woman in church dressed like that. People would have said it wasn't the right place. It still would have been blamed on y'all. Y'all will be blamed regardless. Okay. It doesn't matter. You would still be, if somebody hollered at her, you would be blamed, not her. The issue, the biggest issue here though is you are a freaking man of God, allegedly, and your wife is your better half. But all that gets thrown out of the window because everybody want to do what they want to do. All right, y'all. Go on. Keep justifying it, nigga.
Outputting a demand of sexual discipline on men.
I just stop it right there. This dude has turned his sermon. First of all, he is eisegeting, reading into the passage and picking and choosing to support and buttress his sermon.
Exactly.
But this dude just turned the situation of his wife wearing a dress. She's supposed to represent him, modesty, as a quote unquote first lady, a wife of a.
She does represent him. She does represent him very well, because this is exactly who this person is. I said that, I meant that. There's no way, especially for black pastors and preachers, that they should be justifying this. Nothing, no way, no how. And if y'all haven't seen it, just look it up, because it honestly was more see-through than Cheyenne Bryant. And what makes it worse is because she's the first lady of this church. And the fact that all these women coming up here, and then you're going to try to put it off on obesity? What? So it's obesity in the community, it's sassy straights in the community, but it's not him who's leading said community, and these people will still follow his ass. There's no hope for colors. I said it, I meant it. Did I say all? I didn't. But there's no hope, because anything that's of a sexual nature, and then as soon as someone says we're over sexualized, they'll be offended by the truth.
Pastor, she's supposed to demonstrate that. She's supposed to demonstrate that to younger women. How is she going to be able to tell younger women what to wear when she's going out looking like the way she was looking?
Right.
But nah, Jamal Bryant wants to blame men in this situation. That's so disgusting.
I need to deal with it head on, because the other day the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund. They never mentioned.
Oh, so deflect, sir. Deflect, sir. You don't know that no one had anything to say about it. But this took away from that, because I didn't even know that that's what this was about. All I see is a pastor's wife half naked on the red carpet next to a nigga that I already can't stand and don't like, who's sitting up here telling black people to sell stock and not to buy anything from corporations because of DEI, of which the black girl over on Tickety Damn Talk in her fit of rage and her TDS admitted that DEI benefits white women the most. So why you Negroes fighting for it?
Prayed until heaven came down. They never said anything about this was the largest fundraiser for HBCUs in the country. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded.
Insecure, jealous, petty, and small-minded. Throw out is that sign language? Science, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. What is it? I forget what the S is. So is that not what that is? Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. We already know that Jamal thinks he's right about everything. He never is wrong about anything, and everyone should just listen to them. And all these colors up in here at capacity at this church will listen to him hook, line, and sinker. Very cultish, if you ask me. A lot of cultism going on around here.
About this was the largest fundraiser for HBCUs in the country. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. Now, you got to help some people because some people have embraced the full knowledge of ignorance without any assistance for understanding. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. But because you ain't never been nowhere and ain't never been exposed to nothing.
Oh, the insults. More insults. You ain't never been nowhere. I've been plenty of places and no one had to dress like a whore. Let's go ahead and just say what it is. So if you got to come out here and explain that that's whatever he said, a skin dress, whatever the fuck, so it makes it look like it's her skin, you needed some attention, Jamal. Because if this wasn't an issue, why y'all here explaining it? Attention. He need to be seen. He need y'all to look at his wife, which means y'all will look at her, and then he can insult y'all. And these people in this daggone audience, I know there's people in there that found a problem with that dress. And any elder in here, a baby boomer that thought that this was okay, they can go to hell too. I said that, I meant that. No standard whatsoever. It's just because fucking Jamal Bryant said it, a fucking adulterer. Y'all real. Anyway.
Furthermore, I needed to set the record straight. Y'all don't like this. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me. Now, if you wanted a first lady that looked like Little House on the Prairie and Holly Hobby, you got the wrong church. I wanted a wife I would rush home to, that I wanted to be excited to see. When we walked in there, I said, shake it fast, watch yourself. If you don't have nobody that you excited about, trade that booger in and find you somebody that Negro can talk about. How did you bag that?
I know how you bag that.
How did you bag that? Trade your wife in for someone that someone else would be looking at, basically. And I don't have my headpiece in, so hopefully you heard that. This is your pastor. And let me take it back, because look at all these people carrying on and cheering this shit on. And child, color's gonna color. Like it, love it. I don't care. Get offended. I don't care. This is madly crazy and inappropriate. And the fact that all these people follow this man blindly, yeah, I'll continue to be a loner, because many of people cannot be trusted, and I ain't got time. Why does my significant other need to know that everybody else thinks great of me? Why? You don't need that. It's about what you think. So now Passport Bros allegedly will come out, because they on my nerves right now. Not all. They on my nerves right now. Will come out and say, yeah, Pastor, that's right. Trade her in for a younger one. So does that mean that Jamal is encouraging divorce? So that you can get a younger one, so that you can have her out here dressed like she got a skinless dress on, whatever it's called. And everybody can ogle at her. So in one breath, you gentlemen shouldn't be looking at her. And in the next breath, he got somebody that people will look at. So which one is it, Pastor? Sound like you're talking out of both sides of your fucking mouth. Allegedly, that's what I'm hearing. Now you out here talking about shake it fast, watch yourself. And y'all listening to this. Y'all, you know what I'm saying. Thank you, boo. He said the black church at it again, and black women again throwing support, and y'all think black men about to stop traveling anytime soon. Passport Bro fuel. Now, there's plenty of men in this church. I see plenty of men in this church. So as soon as one of them go and be ogling her, I wonder what Jamal gonna be thinking. That's mine right there. That sounds of the street to me. That sounds of the world to me. It don't sound very pastorly to me. You want people to ogle your wife. I don't have a problem with someone having a beautiful wife or anything like that, child. And people will look at your wife when she's a good looking woman. Absolutely. But it's just different when you got basically a see-through. This is amazing. When you got a see-through outfit on. I don't care what he say. And then he bragging about, I bought that. He's bragging. He is low-key bragging. I think this man don't care for men.
This is amazing.
I really think that this man has an issue with men, not because he likes them or anything like that. Meaning in a sexual way or anything like that. I don't think that. I just think that he is doing a kind of a Dr. Umar sometimes, where he got to placate to the women and sit up here and come at the men.
This is amazing.
But not too much, because he does have a lot of men in here. And of course, the people that are supporting him are men. If you look at the crowd, there's definitely more women than men, but there's still a significant amount of men in here. So let me insult them a little bit to get the women happy and keep coming in here. And I'm going to let them know that they can dress however they want and no man going to tell them what to do. You need to be doing what the men tell you to do. That's what I'm hearing. So God forbid, and if/when Jamal out here looking a little long at somebody else like he allegedly did in his last marriage, I don't want to hear it from his wife. I don't want to hear it from his wife because you all, yeah, baby. That's what she's saying. She got to come up there and then we co-signing it to the Lord, because that's what this means, white people. When you're doing this, that means you co-sign it to the Lord. It's basically saying, amen, praise the Lord. That's what this means. So we think that the Lord is saying this is okay? Take me to the king. Okay. Half damn crazy. Thank you, boo. Shout out to Miss AB. She said, talk about a hit dog hollering guilty as charged. Thank you so much, boo. Thank you, Hiram. He says serpent tactics. How about that, right? And these people just co-signing it. This whole congregation co-signing it. That's wild, as people say. Saint Fan in the building. I appreciate you, boo. He said, this is the same food that got run out of Baltimore. Yeah, we did see that. Shaking my head. I know too many people, all women, that listen to this clown, and it's scary. God help them. He's helping them stay single. He's helping them stay single. Because you're insulting men with this. What, gentlemen? Any of y'all inclined to go to this church after all this, Bueller? Gentlemen, any of y'all inclined to go to this church after all this? It's going to entice women to want to go. Excuse me. It's going to entice women to go. Child, look at that. That's what's going on. I want a man like that. I want a man like that. He bought that dress for her. She looking good. He's securing his manhood. He's securing his manhood. Yes, sis, you did that. You did. Say I'm lying. You did that. Yeah, he secured his manhood. Show your wife, oh, boo. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. And then, y'all, if you are married in this church and you got an issue where your husband says, whatever, child, pick something. She gonna be like, Pastor don't make his wife. Pastor don't need to do all that. I don't know why you doing all that. Pastor Jamal said this. Pastor Jamal said that. And use that. Break up your whole household for a man who allegedly already cheated on his first wife and allegedly had some kids outside of his marriage or got somebody pregnant at minimum. And this is a pastor. This is a pastor. He's supposed to be of God. He's supposed to be counseling people. He's supposed to be helping people. Ain't nothing this nigga did, as far as I can see. He be insulting y'all. Remember when he said, I'm going to put this in video format because I know y'all don't read. Child, people hear what they want to hear. All good. All good. Stay the entire fuck away from me. My mantra forever. It's always been my mantra. My mantra forever, because nobody can be trusted as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to have to know you before I decide I'm going to trust you. Let me tell you. And I can see this nigga from a mile away. Ain't no way. When I already heard about who he was before I even seen who he was.
Now, if you wanted a first lady that looked like Little House on the Prairie.
What is wrong with Little House on the Prairie? Shout out to Generation X. What is wrong with Little House on the Prairie, Bueller?
And Holly Hobby.
Holly Hobby, another Generation X reference. So we know how old this nigga is. the range of how old he is.
And Holly Hobby, you got the wrong church. I wanted a wife I would rush home to, that I wanted to be excited to see. When we walked in there, I said, shake it fast, watch yourself. If you don't have nobody that you excited about, trade that booger in and find you somebody that Negroes can talk about. How did you bag that?
I know how you bag that, Jamal.
That Negroes can talk about why he just insulted you a second ago. Because if you go and looking at her, it's a problem, but he wants you to talk about her. He wants you to be jealous of him. Is that biblical? Is that pastorish? Is that of the Lord? He wants y'all to be jealous. How did you bag that? Oh my God.
You excited about, trade that booger in and find you somebody that Negroes can talk about. How did you bag that?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
We do not care.